Mario Balotelli, the man who assisted the famous Aguero goal. Has done a lot of insane things on and off the pitch. He has a reputation for rather bizarre acts, and these are 10 of the craziest things he has ever done. In the number 10 spot, we have arguably his most famous moment, the "Why always me" stunt. In the October 2011 Manchester derby, Mario Balotelli scored for Manchester City and raised up his shirt to reveal another shirt with the "Why always me" inscription. That moment is arguably one of the most iconic and craziest moments in the Premier League. But something crazier happened the night before that game, and that's what occupies our number 9 spot.
Tonight I will make you a nice video with fireworks. Now I'm just talking traffic, but yeah, be careful with fireworks, and I will wish you the best New Year's ever, because this year being you know what.
The night before the game, Mario Balotelli was bored. He was so bored that he chose to set off fireworks in his bathroom with some friends. That started a fire. The man almost burnt down his house and started a fire in his neighborhood. And all this simply because he was bored. Normal people would have played video games or just slept because, you know, a big game was coming up. But Balotelli is perhaps not your average guy. The fire department had to come around at 1 AM and he had to sleep in a hotel before the game. What's even crazier is that he became a fireworks safety spokesperson after the incident. Interesting, right? Before we go on with our list, just listen to this amazing story from Jose Mourinho about Mario.
Mario gets a yellow card in minute 42, 43. So when I go to the dressing room at halftime, I spend, I would say, 14 minutes of the 15. I was spending 14 minutes speaking only for Mario. Mario, I cannot change you. I cannot make a change. I don't have a striker on the bench. Don't touch anybody. Play only with the ball. When we lose the ball, no reaction. If somebody provocates you, no reaction. If the referee makes a mistake, no reaction. Mario, please. Minute 46.
No way.
Red card.
No way.
Mario is clearly something for himself, and that is clearly something you will experience after our number 8 spot. After training with Manchester City's senior team back in March 2011, the man hung around, claiming he was bored. Again. What did he do to entertain himself? Well, after a quick but not so careful brainstorming, he decided to throw darts at the youth team who was still having a practice. There's only one Mario Balotelli. Man City fined him £100,000 for that silly act. But that's peanuts compared to what he was fined for the crazy act in the number 7 spot. This dude must have spent a lot on fines. In March 2012, Mario Balotelli chose to treat himself to a night out at a strip club. That wouldn't have been crazy, if not for the fact that he had a game less than 48 hours after his wild night out. He broke Manchester City's rules and was appropriately fined a whopping £250,000 for the silly act. The man just doesn't give a hoot about losing money. Thankfully, he sometimes loses it for a good reason, like the very crazy act in the number 6 spot. In April 2011, Mario Balotelli and his friends had a night out. Of course, but he ran into some fortune at the casino where he went to hang out with his friends, winning £25,000 from all his activities. On his way out, the man spotted a homeless person and gave him £1,000. But before he gave out the cash, Balotelli made the man work for it by getting him to take pictures of him and his friends on his mobile phone after their night out. It was crazy because giving out £1,000 on a whim is not something many can pull off. Only Mario Balotelli. You know what would be crazy? Not liking this video and subscribing after coming this far. Come on, hit the buttons now. In the number 5 spot, we have another generous act from Balotelli that involves some more craziness. In 2019, while he was a free agent, he challenged a bar owner in Naples, Italy, to drive his moped into the sea. The challenge was worth €2,000, and the man completed the challenge. Balotelli kept his word and gave the man the cash. According to the bar owner, the moped cost him only €450. Balotelli splurged on everyone at the bar that day, and it was a wild afternoon. But of course, everyone involved got in trouble with the authorities. In the number 4 spot, we have a crazy celebration from Balotelli that has become one of the biggest memes in football. Have you seen a picture of Balotelli shirtless in a very silly pose? That moment was captured after he scored a brilliant goal against Germany at Euro 2012. That picture is as iconic as it is crazy. Cristiano Ronaldo even replicated it after scoring in the 2013-14 UEFA Champions League final. We have some more on-pitch craziness in the number 3 spot. This one isn't just crazy, but hilarious. Manchester City were preparing for the 2011-12 season and had a pre-season game against Los Angeles Galaxy in America. Yeah, it was a pre-season game and nothing too serious, but Balotelli took that very literally. Man City were through on goal and then Balotelli got the ball. Instead of finishing it cleanly, he chose to do this.
Balotelli to make it 2. Are you kidding?
He was substituted immediately, but it turns out that he heard a whistle and thought he was offside. Listen closely this time.
Balotelli to make it 2. Are you kidding? Serious?
We can cut him some slack for that, but it was still a crazy moment. In number 2, we have a moment of craziness done in rebellion. Mario Balotelli broke into the mainstream as a teenage striker at Inter Milan, but somehow he wasn't a fan favourite. He had many spats with the fans and coaches, but the craziest thing he did was wearing an AC Milan jersey with his name on the back while still at Inter. He appeared on a 2010 episode of an Italian comedy show, Striscia la Notizia, with an AC Milan shirt, and all of Inter's fan base was livid. Nobody can rile up the crowd quite like Balotelli. And at number 1, we have an act of valor that can be considered crazy because Balotelli did it. Back in May 2011, while Balotelli still played for Manchester City, the team had an open training session where fans watched their players train and prepare for the next game. After the session, he was signing autographs with the rest of his teammates for the fans who attended the session. After signing an autograph for a little kid, he asked the boy why he wasn't in school. The boy told Balotelli that he was being bullied. Balotelli immediately drove the boy to school and confronted the boy's bullies. Then he stormed to the headmaster's office and confronted the headmaster about the issue. Now that was crazy, but it was an amazing act from Mario Balotelli. He changed the kid's life that day. Balotelli is quite the unique character, don't you agree? And with that touching story, we've come to the end of our video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video on the Halftime Club.